Welcome to the What a Play podcast. I'm your host, Jacob. Lucas could not be here this week because of prior commitments, so I'm going solo once again. We have the New England Patriots facing the Atlanta Falcons, and what was happening during that game. So let's quickly recap. The Falcons were down in this game, and the Patriots were just moving the ball up and down the field. They couldn't be stopped. They turned the ball over, which, when you have a team that has been playing the way they have played, where they're not turning the ball over, they're not making mistakes, they're controlling the game, and all of a sudden they do it, you're concerned with that offense not starting up again. And in the case of the New England Patriots, that's exactly what happened. But it didn't cost them in this game. Atlanta roars back. They miss a field goal. They miss an extra point. They end up cutting their kicker after this game. There was a whole concern. Hold on, let me fix that lighting real quick. Give me 1 second. There we go. That's a lot better. And essentially that was the end of the game. The Patriots, they win the game 24-23. Drake May didn't play his best. The run game wasn't perfect. The offense, like I said, had a hard time to come back after that turnover. But when you have good teams, sometimes luck is in your favor and it works to your advantage. I've seen games where a team got really lucky and then they rattle off 4 straight wins. I've seen teams get very unlucky and then lose 3 straight games after that. So it does happen. Like, you never know. But you have a team in the Patriots defensively that has the faith in the coach, the right coach, that is able to pull this team together and you get a win like this. Some things go your way, but you have to have the coach for that. I brought up this example in the predictions video that will go up tonight. This one will go up later in the night time, which was Nick Saban. Nick Saban, when he was the head coach of the LSU Tigers, in the Bluegrass Miracle, where they're down in that game and they're going for a Hail Mary, they get a lucky tip, it's caught, they score a touchdown, they win the game. He goes, after the big win, he's talking to the players and he says, look, we did so many things wrong, we should not have even had to be in that situation. And the players were like, Coach, why are you getting honest about this? We won the game. Be happy. He's like, well, people forget about that game, where we had the Bluegrass Miracle. The next week, the following week, we got beat so badly, and it was because we thought we could have a play like that all the time. So there is a lot of luck, and there is a lot of strategy. But if you can do everything and don't, and you will have games like this. You always will. But if you can always say to yourself, we didn't play the best we could. We need to be better. We got to get better. And then the next week, go and find a way to win it and win by a more significant margin. That's what builds good teams and good character. And I feel like this Patriots team does have that. They just have to find a way to continuously do that. I'm curious to see how, but I can't wait to see how. With all that being said, like, you have to give props to the Falcons. They fought back in this game. They absolutely did. They played good enough. You missed an extra point, you missed a field goal, or anything like that. It's devastating. It's devastating to your whole team. You got back into this game, so you have a resilient group. You just couldn't make the field goal or make the extra point or couldn't get the last stop. That's what happens. But you have a resilient group. You just got to find a way to get that out of your mind. Remember, they played some of these teams where they played San Francisco a couple weeks ago, and then you got destroyed by Miami. This game, as bad as it was, you have to say, okay, we're a resilient group. We just gotta find a way to get back into the win column. Because this division's up for grabs. Tampa has kind of hit a low period. We're in a low period. Let's fight our way back. That's how you have to do things. I'm going to say this. This is for all teams. This is not just for the Falcons. This is not just for the Patriots. What your record is now does not mean what it will be in December. You think it's not winnable to win right now? Even if you have 6 losses right now, look at what Baltimore is doing. Baltimore, they were dead. Everyone thought they were dead. And then all of a sudden, they find themselves, I believe they're in second place in the AFC North right now. Or tied for second place in the AFC North. That's insane. That you would think they'd be dead, but they're alive and well. They're kicking it. They're doing a great job. So what I'm trying to say is, even if you have 6 losses, don't ever get it into your head that, oh, we can't win this division. We can't make the playoffs. We've seen this all too many times. One play, one player, one team will win a game, and then if it snowballs, it happens and it goes quickly. You can't allow that to happen to you. Just like if you have a good team and all of a sudden you lose a game because of a play, or you got just beaten down against a different team, and all of a sudden you lose 3 games because of the same thing. And you can't get it out of your head. You just can't. I don't have to be the ones to remind you. But a couple years ago, when the Philadelphia Eagles were 10-1, then they ran into San Francisco. They got beat badly by San Francisco. Then they ended up losing to Dallas. Dallas wasn't a better team than they were. But they lost to Dallas big time. They lost to Seattle. Seattle wasn't a better team than they were. But they lost big time to a backup quarterback. And they only won, they were 1-5 or 1-4 in their last 5 games, or 1-5 in the last 6. They were bad. That's what happens. This can get away from you very quickly. So don't let it. Don't let it. And if you're those teams behind that are whole life, I've seen it happen. I've watched football a long time. I've seen it happen. If you can get back on the track and you can get some games to go your way, and there's a team in front of you that is sputtering, it can work for you. You never know. That's the reason why people say football season starts in November and December, around Thanksgiving. That's what you have to accomplish. If you do that, then that's a different story. It's a lot easier to win a division in September, but you can't. You can't win it in September. You have to win it in November, December, and even sometimes January. Go find a way to win it. Just go find a way to win. Now, for the Patriots, they're against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week. The Buccaneers are favored by 2.5. I know the Patriots didn't play well. I get it. But the Buccaneers, in my opinion, they've been sputtering. They haven't played great. It's always, Baker, save us from ourselves. We can't do this. And I know he's played well. And I know Todd Bowles loves to blitz. I get that. You need to find ways to win games against better opponents. No matter who it is, find a way to win. And the same thing goes for New England. Find a way to win the game. Don't care how, just go win it. Go find a way to win. And if you're Tampa, you got to figure that out, because you're losing. You got to go now. You have to go now. I don't care like how, oh, we're banged up with this, with that. Every team is banged up. Every team is injured. Every team is fighting through injuries. You have to find a way to be better than that. If I'm Tampa, you should have this win. But I don't think it will happen. I have New England winning this game. In a kind of strange game, 28-20. But I do think the Buccaneers, they're on a slide right now. Even though there's games that they can win, they have to get back on the bike and figure out, how do we get back going? How do we hit another gear? Because that's what the Patriots are doing right now. They won this game. How do we get back on the track? How do we hit another gear and keep this train going? So I have the Patriots winning this game 28-20. And I think the Patriots, will respond the way they need to. Now let's recap the Cowboys-Cardinals game this week, as the Cowboys have a bye week, so we're just going to recap their game here. Losing the game 27-17 was not humiliating by the score. And I hate it when people say, the Cardinals upset the Cowboys. They were favored. They were favored in the game. Like, the Cardinals are not the best team in the world. No one's admitting that. They were terrible in fourth quarters. They've lost so many games by one score, or by 1 point, or by 3 points. They've lost so many. But Dallas is so bad on defense. And that it wasn't, before we even get to the defense about what they were doing so badly, we have to talk about this offense. You missed out on 16 points. Now, I get that they missed out on 16 points. I get that. But your defense has been so bad, you're trying to punch it into the end zone. Great job by the Cardinals defense for not allowing that to happen. They didn't allow it. They said, okay, we're not going to let you score. Dallas was 1 for 3 inside the 5-yard line. And the one touchdown came in the fourth quarter of the game. Like, you could not do enough. You can say, well, we missed out on a field goal. We missed out on this. We missed out on that. I don't disagree. I do not disagree. But you have to be aggressive too, because your defense has been so awful. It got better in the fourth quarter, but they gave up over 300 yards in the first 3. Can't be that bad. But your offense can't score a touchdown in the first 3 quarters of the game. It was annoying. It was just getting worse and worse and worse. And I know they've been injured. I get that. But you can't stop the run. You haven't been able. You can't stop the run. You haven't been able to stop the run. You haven't been able to really get pressure, even though you had 5 sacks in this game. Like, you were able to get more pressure, but you couldn't stop them. Jacoby Brissett looked like he was Joe Montana reincarnated. It was insane. He's just back there, just throwing these things that he's throwing darts over here, and you can't stop him. DeRon Bland got beat. Marvin Harrison Jr. had 7 catches for over 95 yards. They just stopped throwing the ball to him. They went to Trey McBride, and Trey McBride was cooking DeRon Bland. It was not good. It was not good. You need so much help. Troy Aikman said in this game, I don't know if they can make one trade. They have so many needs. Which, again, props to Arizona for the way they played. But I'm worried about this Cowboy offense if they are doing things like they can't. For the second straight week, they couldn't really run the ball effectively, even though it was better. They couldn't throw the football. They really couldn't. And it's every time with this team. Every time when they play Arizona, it never shows up. I don't get it. I really don't understand. So that's the offensive side. The defensive side was you're playing. Wanye Thomas came back and played in this game after missing 2 games with migraines. Marquise Bell was playing. Like, those 2 were the last safeties you had, because everyone else is injured. You're injured beyond repair at corner, yet you're trying things, it's not working. You're hopeful that you get a couple of these guys back, but there's a lot of injury concerns. The hope is that Donovan Wilson comes back. The hope is Malik Hooker comes back. DeMarvion Overshown is supposed to play in the game after the bye week. Same thing as Savone Revel. Perion Winfrey, we'll see. But they're scraping the bottom of this barrel here and hoping they can figure out how to win. That's the concern. You got to win it because you got a really tough second half of the season. But you made some good trades. Before the deadline, you traded for Logan Wilson, 7th round pick that you traded for Wilson from the Bengals. He got benched, so you're like, okay, whatever. He's also going to be your middle linebacker, which is going to be better than Kenneth Murray. So there you go. The blockbuster trade was for Quinnen Williams. You sent a 2026 second round pick, a 2027 first, and Mozzie Smith, who was a first round pick. Smith hasn't been good for you. He hasn't even been active for like 5 of the first 9 games of the season. Like, that's how bad he's been. They're putting Jay Toya out there, who is a 7th round rookie, because they just could not trust Mozzie Smith. That was how bad he was. You put so much effort in getting in Quinnen Williams. You're not worried about 2027. You got to go win now. So I'm surprised that this team was active at the deadline. That's what I said. If you want more about the trade deadline, of who got traded during the deadline, there's a video on the channel of the trade line winners and losers that was posted last night. Go check it out. Before we go, some sad news hit the NFL today. I'm going to try to get through this. I've been dreading this for the last 6.5 hours. Marshawn Kneeland, who I'm going to try to get through this as much as I can without crying, passed away today at the age of 24. Played for the Cowboys, only in his second year. I'm not going to talk about what he did, what happened. That's not my place. I know the family has made statements. I know the NFL made a statement. I know the Cowboys made a statement. I know the NFLPA made a statement. I'm not going to go into what happened. You can look it up for yourself, but it was not a pretty sight. You saw this person needing help and obviously didn't get the help he needed. And he ended up passing away at the age of 24. And the reason I'm so emotional about it it's not just because he played for the Cowboys. It's not because I knew the guy. I didn't know the guy at all. I could not tell you I had conversations with this man. I could not tell you that. But the kid was 24. I'm 24. The person had so much left to live. And this happens. And that's what's killing me. That's what's destroying me. That's what's hurting me more than anything else, is this kid was 24. I know the Cowboys are hurting. I know his family is hurting. My thoughts and prayers are with you and with your families. I hope everyone, if they want counseling, will get their counseling. I know the NFL did say that if you need counseling, we are here. We will do it. We'll put you in touch with the people. But this is a very sad day in the NFL. And it's something, it's going to take a very long time to process. And I don't know how you can process this. The guy fought for everything, went to Western Michigan, put out a nice statement, but also asked for us fans to respect the privacy of the family, which I am going to do. I'm not going to say anything more other than the fact that my prayers are with him and his family, or with the family and with his friends. I know he and his girlfriend were expecting, and my prayers go out to them also. We're going to leave with a moment of silence before we get out of here. Rest in peace, Marshawn Kneeland.